Hello, I'm Matt with abnormalmapping.com, and this is my Let's Play of Blackwell Convergence. Last time, we ended up inside Rosa's head with both the Countess and Joey. Madeline here showed up, claims she's the Countess's spirit guide, and took me to this diner at the edge of the afterlife.
She's so strange and beautiful.
Can we talk to her?
Madeline, could I talk to you?
Of course.
Where are we?
You have been to this plane before. You have brought many lost spirits through here.
Well, yes, but there was never a diner before.
I can understand your confusion, but it is not a real diner. It is metaphorical. As you know, there is a bond between the Countess and her current host, and the bond is represented by this diner. You will find out more inside.
Why is it represented by a diner?
The Countess used to spend lots of time in diners like these. You will find out more inside.
This bond, how do I break it?
Part of the Countess is trapped inside. You must find it and remove it.
This bond,
Okay.
how did the Countess break the bond between you?
She did not break the bond, but moved it. To be rid of me, she had to form a bond with someone living. Someone who could, in essence, become her guide. How she acquired this knowledge, I do not know. I only know that it was accomplished.
Who did she pass it to?
Joe Gould. It was an easy task, since his mind was already broken. Upon Gould's death, it was passed on to Joseph Mitchell.
And now Charlie Meltzer.
Yes, it must be broken if this is to end.
How did the Countess get so...
Insane?
Yes.
Like you, her mind is a door to another plane of existence. By corrupting our bond, she opened that door so wide that it flooded her mind with unfathomable knowledge. She essentially has the universe inside her head, and no human mind can contain that. It broke her. She sees everything but understands nothing. If she didn't banish me to this place between worlds, I might feel more pity.
Did you know her when she was alive?
Of course. We spent almost 30 years together.
What was she like?
Different, happier. She loved helping those in need, but it no longer matters. She is the one who needs help now.
Thanks, Madeline. I'm going to see what I can do.
I will be waiting right here.
For the upteenth time, I have no money for your fund.
There's a Dave Gilbert.
Show some pity. At least lend us a cigarette.
Ahem. I believe we got company.
This is Joseph Mitchell. This is Joe Gould. I take it.
Miss, could you perhaps spare a few dollars for the Joe Gould Fund?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Joseph Ferdinand Gould. I am graduate of Harvard magna cum difficultate and chairman of the board of Wheel and Woe Incorporated. In exchange for a drink, I'll recite a poem, deliver a lecture, argue a point, or take off my shoes and imitate a seagull. I prefer gin, but beer will do.
I've been hearing a lot about you lately.
My reputation precedes me.
I saw your portrait in the Minetta.
The Minetta. Yes, I'm quite famous there, you know.
I gathered.
It's all thanks to Mitchell, of course. The Joe Gould Fund filled its coffers nicely when he wrote his article.
What are you doing here?
I don't quite know myself. We've all got to be someplace. As I understand it, I was mentally linked to my old friend, the Countess. I wish I'd known. It explains everything that my work was trying to prove.
Your work.
I have had many callings. I studied the seagulls of the world and learned their language. I spent months measuring the heads of 1,000 Chippewa Indians. But before I died, I was putting to paper the most important literary work known to man, the oral history of our time. It was a compilation of the conversations of the city, overheard in bars, subways, street corners, and diners. Put together and studied properly, it would have revolutionized everything.
How would it have revolutionized everything?
We were all connected, every single one of us. But how? Think of the ramifications if we found out.
It sounds like quite an undertaking.
It was my life's work.
How did you know the Countess?
We met in a diner like this one. We'd often spend a week or two walking along the docks to discuss seagulls. She had many interesting theories on seagull linguistics. Then, one day, she disappeared. But a link had already formed between us. It's everything my oral history was trying to prove, that we were all linked.
The Countess is killing people.
Murder? No. No, I refuse to believe that. She couldn't hurt a fly.
Well,
Why is she called the Countess?
That's what she chooses to call herself. Far be it for me to tell her otherwise.
The name doesn't seem strange to you?
When you lived a life like mine, you take people at face value. Who cares about names? I once knew another fellow without a name. Called himself the
great.
Deacon.
Ghoul just been talking to all the ghosts.
The Deacon? You knew the Deacon.
Oh yes, he was this gloomy career drunk. One summer night while sitting in a doorway of the Bowery, he caught the scent of sulfur. He looked up and saw the devil himself standing over him. Since that night he believed he lost his soul. Not the most charitable drinking companion, if I may say so.
No, he wouldn't be.
You knew him?
Sort of.
Fancy that.
What's your connection to Joseph Mitchell?
Ah, Mitchell, my benefactor. He made me quite famous, you know. But my goodwill only extends so far.
Why's that?
A cigarette, he has them. He won't give me one. It's demeaning to have to beg for one measly cigarette.
You want a cigarette?
Yes, I want a cigarette. It's a disgrace that I should have to beg for one.
I'd like to read the oral history.
And I'd like you to, but I'm afraid it belongs to the ages now.
There was also the problem of it never existing in the first place.
Of course it
I
existed.
like this old
only
man
not
Joseph
on
Mitchell
paper.
picture.
It was over
It's pretty
3
good.
million words, 3 times the size of the Holy Bible. The work transcended mere parchment and ink.
What about those essays you published in the Dial?
A passing fancy, nothing more.
You wrote essays?
For the now defunct Dial magazine. I still have the originals. Do you want to see?
I'd like to see that essay.
Here you go.
Oh, hey.
It appears to be an essay about insanity, but the handwriting is so awful I can barely make it out. Just as well. I don't have time to read all this stuff.
I'm not even gonna try.
Here you go.
Always glad to share.
Wait.
Mr. Gould,
She would say,
I'm a...
ferret.
I'd like to see...
Here you
Is there...
I don't think he'll miss this.
Oh yeah, got a paperclip. Chekhov's
Here you go.
paperclip. Now I can pick a lock.
Always glad
Is that
to
how this
share.
works?
Hello. You're Joseph Mitchell, aren't you?
I believe you have the better of me, Miss
Blackwell. Rosangela Blackwell.
Blackwell, huh? I might have known.
You met my auntie.
Your auntie, yes. I do see a slight resemblance. I did warn her to leave well enough alone, but she was determined. Let's hope that you can do some good here.
What are you doing here?
We are echoes, leftovers, if you will. We were linked to the Countess when we were alive. When we died, part of ourselves got trapped here.
So you're not a ghost?
Not fully. I'm not sure what I am. I remember living, I remember dying, but I don't feel like Joseph Mitchell. All I know is that when I thought of death, an eternity with Joe Gould was the last thing on my mind.
What is your connection to the Countess?
I don't know. I never met the woman. Joe Gould was the one who knew her. He had a special bond with her, apparently. But somehow, he passed it on to me when he died. Next thing I knew, I was murdering people by writing about them. There was no choice. I had to stop writing.
I studied some of your work in journalism school.
Now that's just foolish. I was a relic, even before I died. The city I wrote about has long since evolved and changed into something completely different. But that's New York City, isn't it? Wouldn't be New York if it stayed the same year to year.
I'm sorry you had to stop writing.
So am I. But what else could I do? Let innocent people die? No, I don't regret the choice I made. Not for one moment.
Did you know Charles Meltzer?
Yes, I did. He worked at the New Yorker back in the late 70s. He would come into my office and ask about the old days, and I was happy to tell him. I knew he would never cut it as a reporter, but he had a very keen, analytical mind. I almost forgot all about him, but it appeared a link formed between us, nonetheless. When I died, my connection to the Countess passed on to him.
Charles Meltzer is using the Countess to kill people.
By accident?
No, on purpose. He sent her after me.
Now, that's a shame. I'm aware that through my actions I killed a few people, but I could forgive myself for it, since I was unaware of what I was doing. But many times I thought to myself, I have a weapon. It's untraceable. Nobody knows about it. I could use it, but I did not. I was tempted, but I did not. Not once. You have to stop Charles. Break this link. Destroy this place. No more innocents should have to die.
How do I break this link?
I wish I knew. I'm afraid all this is a bit beyond me.
Why did you write about Joe Gould?
He's a fascinating man. Intolerable company, but fascinating. He exemplified everything about New York at the time. Its artistic expression, its frustration, its joy and heartbreak. His oral history, or the idea of it, energized the work of dozens of writers and intellectuals. But the more I got to know him, the less I wanted to be around him.
So Joe Gould is the Jodorowsky's Dune of New York art.
Why don't you give him a cigarette?
When you give that man a cigarette or a drink, he likes to talk. And the only subject Joe Gould likes to talk about, at length, is Joe Gould. And the only person for him to talk to is me. So, I do not give him a cigarette.
Can I have one?
Would you give him a cigarette if I spoke to him for you?
I might. If you can get him away from me, I might. But we can't leave this diner, and the door to that kitchen is locked.
Can't you just float through the wall?
Believe me, I've tried that. It doesn't work. Not here.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Miss Blackwell.
Well, the door to the kitchen's locked, but I've got a paperclip.
Easy. What's that noise? That's weird. There's a strange glow coming from inside. Hello? Is someone in there?
She comes.
Are you the Countess?
Countess, one of my names. Yes. I no longer live, but part of me remains. Leave me.
I need to take you out of here.
No. Safe here. Warm here. I stay in warm places. Too cold out there.
Are you the Countess?
Countess, I know. Leave me.
Okay.
My hand goes right through it.
No. Too cold. I will survive here and save fire. Leave me.
Well, see ya. I'm talking to an oven.
A sound idea. I'm sure it made more sense than most people I know.
Great job,
So
Joe.
this is the kitchen. Such a bare and emotionless place. Not even a bottle of ketchup.
Mr.
Yeah.
Gould,
She returns. Say, can you spare a
I'm a...
spare it?
You want a cigarette?
Yes, I want a cigarette.
I'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Okay, we separated the two. I should be able to get a cigarette.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes.
Gould has left the room.
I see. Thank you for that.
Have you reconsidered giving him a cigarette?
I suppose I have been a little hard on the man. Here, I don't smoke anymore anyway. Give him the whole pack.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Miss Blackwell.
I assume I have to get the cigarette lit and then get the light out of there on it.
Mr. Gould,
She returns. Say,
I'm a...
fair enough.
You want a cigarette?
Yes, I want a cigarette.
I'll talk to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Joseph Mitchell wanted you to have this.
Ah, nice contribution to the Joe Gould Fund.
Mr. Gould,
She returns. Say, can you
I'm a...
fair it?
No, I need...
Liking your cigarette?
It's delightful. Here, feel free to join me.
Thanks, but I don't smoke.
You might as well keep it. When a man is rich, he can afford to be generous.
What I needed. Thank
I'll talk
you.
to you later.
Sure. Things to do, people to see, I understand.
Is this warm enough?
Warm. Safety. The flame will carry me. Thank you.
Here we go.
That sounds ominous.
For a ghost door, it was pretty solid.
Well,
I can't explain it, but I have the feeling that my time in this place is ending.
I'm breaking the link. It'll all be over soon.
Over. Yes. I can't say that I ever understood any of this, but I do know one thing. Gould was right. We are connected. Every single person on the planet. It's a pattern so complex that we can't even begin to understand it. So don't try to understand it. Gould tried, and he lived a miserable life. Just live, and be happy in living. Anyhow, you best get gone. You got a job to finish.
and we're out.
This place is starting to fade.
That's good, right? Once this place is gone, the link is gone too. The killing will stop.
This means something to you, the killing.
She killed someone right in front of me. I want to stop that from happening again.
Imagine that. Genuine heart. Your predecessor was not graced with such compassion.
Predecessor? Do you mean Lauren? My Auntie Lauren?
We should not stay here. This place will soon cease to be. Come.
It's broken! The bond is broken! I'm free!
Way to go, Red.
My head. I understand everything.
Everything?
I hurt people.
Yes, that was you. But look, whatever happened, it's done. You can't do anything about it now. It's time for you to move on.
No, this should not have happened. He will not kill again.
Hey!
Well, there goes Charles.
It's about time you got back here. What did you guys do?
I did it, Joey. I broke the bond.
Yeah, you broke it all right, and our friend just blew.
She did not enter the white light?
No.
Oh, that is a problem. She has free will and is loose in the world. With the power she has, who knows what damage she can cause.
Great, just great. I don't know who you are, lady, and I don't care. But just leave the spook work to us, okay?
I have little choice in the matter. I am bound to this plane. What happens next is up to you.
Wait!
Let's get out of here.
Joey.
Whoa. Little dizzy.
Careful, kid. You've never been under for that long.
At least I'm alive.
Yeah, everything's peachy. There's a killer ghost on the loose, and it's our fault.
But we broke the link. She doesn't have to kill anymore.
You want to tell her that?
Who would she want to kill anyway?
I think she's going to kill Charlie Meltzer.
Oh, him. The guy who wants me dead.
Yeah, ironic as all get out. We'll sort it out later. Let's get going.
Yeah, we're the good guys. We can't let him die,
Let's
even
go.
if he might
It's
deserve
about
it.
time. Let's scram. The door's open. This can't be good.
Oh no. We're too late.
You stay back.
Paul, what happened?
Charles, something took him. I've never seen anything like it.
What happened?
The roof. She took him to the roof.
Let's go. There was a stairway down the hall.
Did Charles really kill people?
Yes. I'm sorry.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Give me one reason why I should spare you.
Please, I'm not a killer. I had no idea you were real.
I am as real as death.
I thought it was just wishful thinking.
And just what are you wishing for now, false guide?
Hey!
Don't interfere. For over 50 years I've been a slave to false guides, but none have been more corrupt and pitiful than this one.
Haven't you killed enough?
I was just a tool! This man is the hand that wielded it. He used it against you! You want to spare his life? I have killed countless innocents and my hands are stained with their blood. If I must kill, let it be one who deserves it. False guide, it is time to reap what you sow.
No, please.
I think I found something of yours.
What? What is that?
It's a part of you, isn't it?
It was torn from me so long ago.
Here,
Oh, we saved
take
him.
I
Got an
cannot.
achievement for it.
I am not the same person I once was.
Hey, we've all changed, and sometimes we just have to accept it. Now, why don't you take a hold of this and we can finish it?
You are the most guilty of all.
What?
What?
You know what you did.
Hey, get off! What are you talking about?
My death.
That was self-defense.
You must be held accountable.
Now you've done it. You might have had it bad before, but now you're on my turf.
Something is different about you. You're wrong. Everything about you is wrong.
You don't know the half of it.
Okay, well, let's... combine it with something? That does not work. Does he throw a punch? Great. Oh, here we go. Gonna force her into my head? That seems dangerous.
Joey, not working.
Of course it's not. She's too strong for you. What do you think you're doing?
Trying to save your butt. I'm
Switch to Joey.
Get away from
Push her in.
No, that's not what I meant to happen. Wake up, Red. Damn it, wake up.
This place. The light. I remember.
Just head towards it.
I went through once, and I was dragged back. It hurt. It hurt so much.
The
Drag
link
back.
brought you back,
Oh.
but it's gone now. You understand? You're free. You don't have to hurt anyone anymore.
My mind is so broken. But here, everything is so clear. That man, Meltzer, he lives?
Yes, we stopped you before you could kill him.
Is that justice? I wonder. He is a murderer. He will find ways to kill again. But you are right. It is no longer my concern.
What do you mean?
Live your life. Help the lost spirits of the world. Let nothing deter you. This work is more important than you will ever know. Goodbye, and good luck.
Wake up, will ya? Wake up! I'm not spending 20 years over another hospital bed. I'm not. Get up or I'll kill you, you hear? Thank God. You okay?
Fine. She's gone.
Gone? You sure?
Yeah, she went through the light. She's gone.
Good. Then I just got one question for you. What the hell were you thinking? I thought you were... Never mind what I thought. That was really stupid.
Yeah, stupid. I only saved your life.
I don't have a life to save. You only risked your own.
Joey, I'm soaking wet. And Charles needs an ambulance. If I'm getting a lecture, I'll listen to it at home.
This isn't over.
Los Angeles
No,
not
this
putting
is
up with Joey's
crazy.
crap.
It's the only way.
Why change what isn't broken?
But it is. We can't keep blundering around like we have.
We stopped a killer ghost today. I wouldn't call that blundering.
It was pure luck. We just happened to run into her while doing something else.
So?
So think of what we could accomplish if people knew about us.
Oh,
People should
Christ.
seek us out, not the other way around.
What do you want to do? Put up a billboard in Times Square?
No, we've got a special place nowadays. A place where you can talk about all sorts of crazy things and it's accepted as normal.
What's that?
The internet.
What, that computer box? No way.
Look, I've trusted you so far, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Then trust me. Just this once.
If we end up in a padded room, I'm going to make your life a living hell. You know that.
Sure. Come on, pull up a chair. I'll show you what I have in mind.
Well, here we go. That's the end of Blackwell Convergence. This game seems shorter than the others, but I also didn't get stuck as badly. Definitely the pacing has improved quite a bit. It makes a lot more sense just in general, the kind of things you're asked to do. I like the re-inclusion of research through the computer that wasn't in the second game. For obvious reasons, there were no computers, but I also like that there was no notebook clue combining, because that's one of my least favorite mechanics. I think the I complained a lot about last time about the press system with interrogating people, and this one kind of has that, but it very clearly, distinctly says ask more, whatnot, when you do those things. So that's great. Again, much better flow. And I don't remember Rosangela being as awesome as she is, but she's awesome. More fireworks. Which I know you can hear because I can see the waveform. It's just gonna happen. Celebrating me beating this game, I guess. Dave Gilbert has like 4 characters in this game. I kind of remembered this game not as well as I remember the first and second ones. I barely remember the 4th game. Something about a club at some point. I know we go to a club. I don't really know what the overarching plot is, if there even is one. I think it's interesting how this tied up all the stuff from 2, so I don't know where we go carrying on. Madeline's still out there, right? You assume? And something's going on with everything's like, why does Joey keep getting spit out? They hint that there's an important purpose to Rosa's work. I don't know. We'll find out. I like the idea of her as a medium who is out in the world, agreeing to do things and with like a public presence. It's just unfortunate there's only 2 more games. I don't know, maybe that's fine. Oh yeah, all those fireworks. I really don't like this song. Oh my god. Master Criminal. Access special features. That's nice. Put it in the game. Do we not get to see Rosa's website as a medium? I guess next game we can check that out. Get rid of that awful under construction image. And that was it. Thank you, everybody. I'll be starting up the next one real soon. Oh, hey. Nope, nothing.
The link is gone, but I still remain. How long have I been here, trapped between worlds? The others could not help me. Perhaps this new one will. She is just beginning to come into her power. I just hope she is strong enough when the time comes.
And it just stopped, like game shut itself off. Well, that's the end of it. I'll be back with the next one soon. Thank you very much. This is the end. All right, bye.